This is a presentation of WDRB TV, Fox Sports.
This is University of Louisville Cardinal basketball. A special night in Freedom Hall. It's senior night as U of L says goodbye to 4 seniors. And it's a big showdown in Conference USA between the UNC Charlotte 49ers and the Louisville Cardinals. At stake is the White Division title. UNC Charlotte with a win tonight would clinch that title. Louisville, if they win, could force it to the last game of the season to decide that title. And Don Russell, the 49ers, Denny Crum and other people say, the hottest team in this league right now.
And you know, they got the numbers to back it up, David. They've won 6 games in a row, and there's 2 reasons they're playing well. I'm going to talk about one. You're going to take the other. Sean Colson's a young man, David, that just a couple of weeks ago had 17 assists against Houston. That's not only a Conference USA record, that's the most by any one player this year. But David, you know, when you have assists, you got to have somebody that can catch that ball and score, and his name is DeMarco Johnson.
And one of the finer inside people in this league, DeMarco Johnson scored 27 points against Louisville when they played back in January. He averages over 19. He's a fine basketball player. What about the Bud game plan tonight?
Well, you know, we're going to start with UNC Charlotte on our Budweiser game plan, and I think there's three key things they need to do. First of all is take care of the ball. They have been a basketball team that have matured, a lot of junior college players, but David, they're playing very smart now and taking good care of the basketball. Secondly, I think the key, we talk about Colson, what makes him go is his penetration, because when he has that, we have what we have in our third element, the inside-outside game, and that is the ultimate for UNC Charlotte against Louisville. Now for the Cardinals, we picked out 3 things. Denny Crum is not pleased at all with his up-front play, particularly in rebounds. Against Southern Mississippi, only 7 rebounds from the front line. They need more than that. Defend the 3. UNC Charlotte has always been a good 3-point shooting team. You got to watch Shanderick Downs, Roderick Howard. They can launch the long bombs, and they're having a lot of success. And finally, I don't think there's any secret. Louisville's defense creates its offense, so points off turnovers, that's a stat we'll be watching very closely. Just a few key things on our Budweiser game plan.
And it's senior night. Coming up next, Freedom Hall says goodbye to 4 seniors.
Pepsi theft. It can happen anywhere, anytime. Fight back. Introducing the Pepsi Club. Now Pepsi moments don't have to become anxious moments.
Excuse me.
What you were about to see did not actually happen, but it could happen.
They took everything. Look, Ma, the Pepsi Club works.
Not today. Thank you, Pepsi Club.
Pepsi, Generation Next.
Available in 6-pack. Cardinals Standing Tall, brought to you by PNC Bank and Fox 41.
Here at the University of Louisville, we're proud of the performance our student athletes deliver in competition. But we're also proud of some Cardinal accomplishments many fans never get to see in the classroom and in the community.
It's all part of Cardinals Standing Tall. This outreach program challenges our student athletes to use their position as role models, to give something back to a community that offers them unqualified support.
The University of Louisville women's sports teams are making a difference in this community. The efforts of many student athletes have resulted in significant gains for local organizations, such as Girl Scouts and Maryhurst, that benefit girls in their formative years. The Lady Cardinal basketball team is just one of the many groups of student athletes taking an active part in the future of our youth. Thank you, Cardinals, for standing tall, on the court, in the classroom, and in our community.
Cardinals Standing Tall, brought to you by PNC Bank and Fox 41.
I don't know what came over me. I didn't use BP 93. Now I have fuel line freeze, you see, so they're coming to tow me away. They're coming to tow me away.
They won't be towing you away if you use BP Super 93 with Ice Guard. It's guaranteed to prevent fuel line freeze-up. You go, or BP pays the tow.
I only have myself to blame. All gasolines are not the same, and they're coming to tow me away. Hey, wait!
BP, we keep you moving.
Back at Freedom Hall, the 49ers and Cardinals getting ready to battle here tonight in this key showdown in Conference USA. But first, we go live down on the court as it's senior night. B.J. Flynn and the other seniors playing their final game.
yesterday and 3 NCAA tournament appearances, including reaching the Sweet 16 twice. They have combined to total nearly 3,800 career points, 1,200 rebounds, 850 assists, and 480 steals while winning 70% of their career games. This player initially transferred in and walked on to the U of L team. He quickly became a value reserve and earned a scholarship this season. He's among the top 6 men in Conference USA, ranking among the league's top 3 in free throw percentage and three-point field goal percentage. He has scored in double figures in 11 games this season off the bench, and his three-pointer in the closing seconds helped the Cardinals beat UCLA here at Freedom Hall earlier this year. Accompanied by his mother, Debbie Walker, his father, Mike Flynn, and his grandfather, Bill Pangburn, welcome B.J. Flynn, number 13. Been a frontline reserve for the Cardinals over the past 4 years. Last season, he helped the Cardinals win 15 of the 21 games in which he was pressed into a starting role at center. Cardinal fans will remember his impressive 11-point, 6-rebound performance against Memphis last year as he outplayed their All-American center. Escorted by his mother and stepfather, Pam and Paul Kofoid, and his family, Molly Richardson and Jasmine Smith. Welcome from Peoria, Illinois, number 33, Bo Zach Smith. This Cardinal blossomed into the U of L backcourt last season, developing into one of the top players in Conference USA. He is the first guard to lead the Cardinals in rebounding in 22 years and is just 24 points shy of becoming U of L's 47th 1,000-point scorer. He passed the 200 career steals mark in his last game, and his 116 acrobatic dunks rank him 4th in career dunks at U of L. He's among the candidates for CUSA Defensive Player of the Year. Here he is, joined by his mother, Jan Sims, and his grandmother, Marvinella Fisher. Welcome from Paris, Kentucky, Alvin Sims. Take most of the night to list the accomplishments of this player. This young man has started all 128 games of his career, and his name will appear in the top 5 of at least 9 U of L career statistical categories. U of L's all-time three-point goal leader. He's the only player to lead U of L scoring and assists for 3 seasons. The Cards' number 3 all-time scorer is just 7 steals shy of becoming the first player in NCAA Division I history to total at least 2,000 points, 450 assists, 300 three-point goals, and 200 steals. His clutch scoring, confident ball handling, and impressive long-range shooting have delighted one and all for a lot of years. Accompanied by his mother and stepfather, Linda and Ben Silver, his grandmother, Mary Wheat, and his Aunt Vicki Smith, number 32, DeJuan Weeks. And ladies and gentlemen, this final block, B.J., Bozak, Alvin, and DeJuan, we thank you very much for your commitment to academic and athletic excellence at the University of Louisville. Thank you.
And now a thank you from all U of L fans that are watching this tonight.
Yep, it's one of those emotional moments. Wheat's a silent leader, but boy, you talk about this whole group, David, but he's the top of the list, no question.
All right, your Chrysler Plymouth starting lineups tonight. DeMarco Johnson, Shenderick Downs, Kuhl, Colson, and Howard.
And we talk about Shenderick Downs, David. He's their top three-point shooter, and he is really playing very well in all areas of the ball game.
For the Cardinals tonight, Denny Crum sticks with the same starting five. First of all, there's Melvin Watkins in his first season.
He didn't want to see all that celebration for the seniors, I think.
Held them back in the tunnel and came out just now. He was 17 years an assistant coach at UNC Charlotte, his first as a head coach. Johnson, Dantzler, Sanders, Sims, and Wheat open it up.
And, you know, Damian Dantzler had one of his best overall games of the year in the first meeting against Charlotte. 13 points, 9 rebounds, 5 blocks.
Denny Crum, 26 season, now 21 20-win seasons. We'll be back with the opening tip-off between the 49ers and the Cardinals.
Training is such a bore.
Nothing's more intense than slamming a dude. Well, Andre's really on fire. Whoa. Gotta hand it to those new coaches.
Bravo! Brilliant! Smashing! Good shot!
Out.
You will be satisfied.
At Bluegrass Motorsports. Mazdas, Audi, Saabs, Porsches. And when it comes to light new cars, Motorsport has the best. If we don't have the car you want, we'll get it for you. You will be satisfied. With our late service hours, Saturday service, and special shuttle service, it's like having your own personal limo.
You will be satisfied.
What gives Hamilton Printing the edge? Years of experience.
38 years.
20 years.
17 years.
18 years.
51 years.
34 years.
41 years. 6 years.
11 years.
16 years.
Get the Hamilton edge. Experience, technology, service. That's Hamilton Printing.
The Cards on Fox are brought to you in part by Pepsi-Cola General Bottlers, makers of Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and today's All Sport, the sport drink of the Louisville Cardinals. By Alternative Health. You need the alternative. Alternative Health. By the Kentucky Lottery. It's your game. By Kroger, always on the cutting edge. And by Keel Brothers and BP Oil. We keep you moving. The Cards are on Fox.
Back here live, Freedom Hall. UNC Charlotte bringing an 18-6 record in this game tonight against Louisville at 21-6. The 49ers have won 6 straight games. Louisville is 2-5 in its last 7 games.
You know, it's been unusual, David, because Louisville probably should have won the Marquette game, lost the Southern Miss game, just the reverse happened. But Denny Crum knows it's important to get the team playing as good as possible heading down the stretch. Of course, they close out at Tulane on Saturday.
Alvin Watkins working at the bench already, getting his team focused and ready to go.
Boy, what a job he's done. He has to be the top candidate for Coach of the Year, David. His first year, took over a team. He had a few returnees, but I tell you, he has really taken this team much farther along than anybody ever expected.
Coach there as an assistant. He's been around for a lot of the series on the bench as an assistant coach. Cardinals lead at 9-4, 6-1 here at Freedom Hall, and that win was last January here in Freedom Hall for UNC Charlotte.
Yeah, and I think we need to emphasize Louisville's first win against Charlotte. We did that game down at the Halton Arena, their first loss in their new building. And that was Louisville's really a solid ball game, David, but also these junior college players are so much better now.
This first half is brought to you by Alternative Health. So the Cardinals coming off an overtime victory at Southern Miss on Saturday night in Hattiesburg. That dramatic tip-in by Alvin Sims of a missed free throw by Alex Sanders had sent it to overtime. The Cardinals have been in 6 overtime games and won 5.
That's amazing, isn't it? Most ever in one season, obviously, for Louisville.
The NCAA record is 6 wins in overtime in a year. Let's see what happens tonight. The Cardinals battling a hot basketball team in UNC Charlotte.
There's Colson, and he'll be the quarterback of it, Dave.
Number 1 in Conference USA assists. Number 3. Inside, Sanders on the defense. DeMarco Johnson, a quick basket. We talked about DeMarco Johnson. Quickly front court now. Louisville into the offense.
UNC Charlotte, a team that's just been playing so much with great confidence, David, on the floor. And 2 of the key reasons are Colson and Johnson.
Open. Johnson, Nate Johnson, going for the 3. And it is a foul on Sims. Pushing inside. So a very early foul in the first 50 seconds of the game on Sims.
Well, there you see the shot from the perimeter. Alvin trying to come in and pushed off with the opposite arm.
The Cardinals on the press come up with the basketball, but they say nope. Nate Johnson was out of bounds. Louisville with the press, and it was effective. They came up with the basketball.
That was our first key on our Budweiser game plan, David. Take care of the ball. And let's see how Charlotte handles that. They're going to keep it in this guy's hands for sure.
Against DeJuan Wheat, he has the job of guarding Sean Colson. Derek Downs, foul goes out of bounds, off Louisville.
Denny Crum said it went off a knee, right?
Sure did. So did about 19,000 other people here. Inbounds to UNC Charlotte. They lead the Cards 2-0. Jump shot won't go. Alex Sanders fights for the rebound, knocks it in, and Sims has it. Watch out. I saw that one coming from midcourt.
That was a motion, David. He's now just a couple of dunks shy. Only one, I think, of tying number 2, but I tell you what, there was no stopping that man.
Derek Downs, good, a 3-pointer, and he counters that dramatic dunk by Sims.
He's the one Louisville has to keep their eye on beyond that arc. He has been red hot as of late.
He's been hitting 50% of his threes. 3-pointer off the mark by Sanders. He's been hitting well from the arc the last couple of games.
Yeah, and that's a double-edged sword because when he goes out to shoot the threes, yes, he takes his defender, but he's also away and can't help rebound.
Colson controls it. Feeds it to Cool. The big guy at 7'2", whips in a dunk.
What a great pass.
7-2.
I mean, David, he had 2 ways to go. He saw the big man Cool, as you said, right in the corner of his eye, and the jam job.
Wait, fake, shot. He's fouled. That'll go on Colson. That's his first on Sean Colson. Well, Watkins' team here is shut out to a 5-point lead at 7-2. But now we'll see DeJuan Wheat go to the free throw stripe where he hits 73%.
Good job that time by Wheat. Shows his experience. David, the little head fake, got Colson in the air where he knew he could get a foul out of him at least.
starting his 129th consecutive game. Came in here as a freshman and has been a starter ever since. At a Ballard High School in Louisville.
Good right there, one time. Here we go. Hey.
Maybe a little emotion in his veins right now after that opening ceremony.
I'd say they all had goosebumps.
7-3. Colson with it, and Wheat's all over him, stabbing at the ball, trying to get the steal and knock it away from the little leader of UNC Charlotte. DeMarco Johnson. Sims was all ready to come up with a steal there if the ball had been in the passing lane. 9 on the shot clock. Nate Johnson over to Wheat. Alley-oop. A teaming of DeJuan Wheat and Alvin Sims. That's his second dunk, and he ties for the all-time dunk, or second on the all-time dunk list at Louisville.
Moves ahead of a guy by the name of Darrell Griffith. He had a few.
Talking about the doctors of dunk.
You're right, and he may be the doctor of dunk.
Now it's 7-5, Charlotte by 2. They just moved under 17 minutes, played 3 minutes of the first half. Colson fires a 3. Didn't really set for that shot. Cool, put it in on the follow. He didn't jump, didn't move, just put it in.
It's like his feet were nailed to the floor, but he was tall enough at 7'2" to put it above everybody and get it in.
It's 9-5. Nate Johnson. Nate's not found the mark from outside as he's 0 for 2 from the floor. Colson. That was not a good shot. Yeah. And there is a foul.
David, this is just a timing play. Alvin Sims with a lot of authority, and that is the one that moved him up, as you mentioned, to that number 2 spot on the all-time list, moving down the doctor of dunk. And only Purvis Ellison will finish ahead of Alvin Sims in his career.
That's 2 fouls now on Colson. And he's on the UNC Charlotte bench. Now Wheat for 3 over Cool. Off the mark. He had 7'2" Cool in his face on that shot. Now Howard is in the game at guard, or Roderick Howard taking over the point guard with Colson on the bench. 44 Versal Shaw is in. Louisville basketball, you know, UNC Charlotte is not a very good shooting basketball team from the floor. 42% for the season.
Yeah, that's nothing to write home about. You're right, but they do a lot of other good things.
Okay, timeout on the court. Louisville trails by 4. We'll be back.
At Plymouth, we don't mean to brag, but Plymouth Voyager's received a lot of awards lately. It's a Consumer's Digest Best Buy, one of Car and Driver's 10 Best, and an Automobile Magazine All-Star. And now you can get Voyager plus $12.50 in package values like air and 7-passenger seating at no extra charge, all for this low price. Come see what all the noise is about during the Plymouth Award Sale. Only at your Plymouth dealer.
Hey, Louisville, say Bud Light. Smile real big.
Appreciate it. Suitable for framing.
You should be a model.
Try one.
You need to be a model.
Try two.
Show us your beer mugs.
You're out of here.
Ouch.
Hey, slugger.
Slug this.
I started Freeze Drinking.
In the treatment of strokes, tumors, and other brain disorders, doctors must walk a fine line of urgency and pinpoint accuracy. And almost no one knows their way around the human brain better than the experts of the Norton Brain Institute. Using the latest and most advanced procedures, we can often diagnose and remove even the smallest problems before they get the chance to become big problems. We're part of the Norton Hospital Spine and Neuroscience Center.
The Louisville Sports Report is all about the Cards all year long. Numbers on your screen. You can call to get your subscription started. They'll be previewing the Conference USA tournament. Then the magazine will have its NCAA tournament guide. All of that coming up in the future issues.
You know, that's real information that's valuable. Hotels, ticket information. So it's all handy at tournament time.
This copyright telecast authorized under rights granted to WDRB TV by the University of Louisville Athletic Association. Any other use of this telecast without the expressed written consent of WDRB TV is prohibited. There's a Fox 41 fanatic. Face paint.
Hope that comes off.
Dewan Wade with it. 9-5. Louisville trails by 4. We got Alvin Sims. And over to Wade. 18 on the shot clock. Eric Johnson in the game. Sims, the rebound taken away. And Sims takes it back. Wade, what a pass! And Nate Johnson is down and fouled.
How did he get that pass through there?
I don't know. A lot on that pass.
I mean, there's not much of a passing lane there, and we whipped it.
Can you throw a basketball 90 miles an hour?
He was close to it there.
Had a lot on it. Nate Johnson will go to the free throw stripe. 73% at the line. The freshman from Camden, New Jersey. Only the 10th freshman to ever start an opening game of a season for a Denny Crum coached Louisville team. And he has done a lot. Averaged over 10 points a game. Had 24 at Houston. 1 out of 2. 9-6. Cards down by 3. This is cool. He's out of Germany. Bremer, Germany's his home. Shaw from the free throw stripe. No good. Wheat knocks it down. And it's a loose ball. Cool. Fans want a traveling call as Cool is laying down on the court. Denny Crum working the officials on that one. Jump shot. No good. Rebound. Cool put it back up and in. That's 6 points for Alexander Cool of the 11 points UNC Charlotte has scored.
Yeah, he's really giving him the punch inside, David, with Colson on the bench with those 2 early fouls. Charlotte's been in the zone now. A little matchup the last couple of trips down court. Now it's actually a box and chaser. They have downs on Wheat everywhere he goes.
Sanders in the corner to Nate to Eric Johnson. The Cardinals finding a hard time getting the range here, hitting just 25% of their field goals.
Yeah, 2 out of 8. And again, that's because defensively, Charlotte's taken Wheat out of the game by putting a man on him.
Bank shot goes up and in by DeMarco Johnson. He's got 4, and it's 13-6 Charlotte. This is their biggest lead. It's 7. 13:30 on the game clock.
See, Wheat has the ball now, David. This guy will stay with him as you look at the field goal shooting. And the other players, the other 4, are playing the zone.
Sims for 3. Sims with 7 of Louisville's 9 points. 2 on dunks, and that one on a 3-pointer. What a night he's off to.
Well, you know, he needs, 24 to reach 1,000. That would be a career high for him. If he got it, you know he'd love to do it at home.
Well, when Alvin Sims gets off to a quick start, he normally has quite a ball game.
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot this season, David. And also, you notice tonight his strength and power inside. And we also mentioned in the Southern Miss telecast the other night, sometimes he seems a little bit indecisive whether he's going to dunk it or just bank it. You know, better just to jam it home when you can.
4-point game. Dantzler, Sims, Alex Sanders fall away. Shot's good. That's his first basket. It's now down to a 2-point game, and they called it.
They stepped over the line.
On the line, and so Louisville gets it back on the turnover. Well, what was a 7-point lead is down to 2, and Louisville's got the ball at 12:37 to go.
See, coaches hate those kind of turnovers. It's just a little bit of laziness.
Marco Johnson trying to defend Sims. Backhanded over to Nate Johnson. Good fake by Dantzler. Damian Dantzler will show you a move or two on offense, and that ties the game at 13 all.
Good balance. All 5 Louisville players have scored now.
Sanders, a 7-0 run in the last minute for the Cardinals. Alex Sanders, he drove it. He lost his balance and footing and went out of bounds. So the Cards turn it over, but it's a tie game. Under 12 minutes on the clock in the first half at Freedom Hall. Stay with us on Cardinal basketball. More to come.
This small peasant village in Italy is known for their legendary focaccia bread. In fact, it so impressed the folks at Hardee's that to get the recipe, they offered the locals everything. Absolutely everything. The new Italian herb chicken sandwich at Hardee's, with herbs and spices baked right in just the way these people have done for centuries. Hardee's will never be the same. Then again, neither will a ton of focaccia. The new Italian herb chicken sandwich only at Hardee's. What will they think of next?
Dodge Intrepid, #1 in power versus Camry. #1 in room versus Lumina. #1 in standard equipment versus Taurus. And now Dodge Intrepid announces one more one, the Dodge #1 lease sale. For just a low $249 a month, you can lease a new Dodge Intrepid, just named a 97 Best Buy by Smart Money magazine. The Dodge #1 lease sale on #1 Dodge cars and trucks. This sale ends February 28th.
Blinds Direct, not just custom-made blind, not just quality and value, not just factory direct. Oh no, we'll bring you fabrics and more right to your door. Just the looks you've been looking for. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Don, you know, PNC Bank, Fox 41, and Cardinal Athletics are proud of the success of Cardinals Standing Tall. It's a good program.
It is, David, and coming up, we'll have a little more details. There's going to be the Breakfast with Champions hosted by Coach Ron Cooper. You know, you can have a pancake breakfast cooked by the coaching staff and the players. I don't know if that's good or not.
There'll probably be a lot of them, though.
It'll be a lot of fun and part of the PNC Bank Cardinals Standing Tall program.
All right, here at Freedom Hall, UNC Charlotte and U of L are tied 13-13. Louisville has gone on a 7-0 run the last minute, 11 seconds after trailing in this game by 7 at 13-6.
And you know, Melvin Watkins has waited as long. He gets Colson back in the game. He picked up those 2 quick fouls, David, so that puts him at a real disadvantage.
Bozak Smith, one of the seniors, is in now for Louisville off the bench.
And Dantzler's guarding Colson.
Got somebody 6'7", 6'8", or 6'7", I guess, Dantzler against Colson, who's maybe 6 feet tall.
And that makes it tough for him to see from that point position.
And distribute the ball.
Exactly. Good strategy here.
Shanderick Downs. Got it.
No goal and
player control foul on Downs. 5 turnovers.
Downs, his first.
No coach likes to see that.
No, and Downs really got upstairs, but give Louisville credit for standing in and taking the charge.
That's 1 on Downs. So far, DeJuan Waite 1 point with a free throw.
They've had him covered up.
Puts this one up, and he's fouled by number 30, Andre Davis, off the UNC Charlotte bench. So it'll be another chance for Waite at the free throw line. He gets 2 shots. He was 1 out of 2 his first time up. He had 30 points against Southern Miss Saturday night.
In the game for Louisville, DJ
B.J. Flynn is in, and Sims will go out. Sims with those 2 great dunks and a 3-pointer has 7. Wait, 2 for 4 now. Cards on the press. Dantzler along that baseline. Louisville ball.
You know, this is a good strategy by Denny Crum because Dantzler has good quickness, David. He's a good defender, and he is just harassing Colson. He made him step on that baseline with the pressure.
It's 14-13 Louisville. Shot just off the mark.
Boy, that was a great opportunity.
Cardinals now hit just 5 of 12 from the floor.
Now Nate Johnson's going to pick up Colson for a while.
Trying to wear Colson down.
And Louisville switches all the time, too.
Marco Johnson. The 3 is no good. B.J. Flynn can't get it. Back to Johnson, and is it going to be? No, blocking foul is called on Nate Johnson. That's the second team foul on Louisville.
They'd really like to get a foul here. There you see the position. Well, it's tough to see from that angle whether Nate Johnson was set or not. Now, from this angle, boy, I tell you, that's almost a dead heat. They both got there about the same time, but Johnson got the foul.
Free throw is no good by Johnson, and man, I tell you, these guys shoot free throws. He hits 78%. As a team, they hit 74%.
And that's why they're winning, David, and enjoying one of their best seasons in years.
That's the 8th best in NCAA. 14-14, we are tied. It was tied at 13. That's our 3rd tie. It was tied at 2 earlier on. Dantzler in the lane. Shot missed everything. Free. B.J. Flynn fights for it. Colson. He walked, I think. He heard steps of Dantzler, 6'6", pounding down on him. And he lost his focus. 7 turnovers now for UNC Charlotte, only 2 for Louisville.
But you hit it on the head. Louisville's problem, they're shooting 36%. Again, is Alexander cool? Doesn't look like he's real cool right now. He's perspiring a lot.
And Louisville's getting shots inside that aren't going down. Eric Johnson. He looks inside for B.J. Flynn. Well covered up. Lost. Good pass from Bozak Smith on the foul on the 49ers.
Let's go. Is on Downs.
Going to get Derek Downs holding on to the arm. You can see it there a little.